My name is Adam Shaderick, and I'm in my second year of the Bachelor of Business Administration degree, focusing on the stream of small business and entrepreneurship with a double minor in HR, a minor in health and wellness, and a minor in sports and recreation. I was blessed to have the opportunity to work alongside some great people at Red Deer Polytechnic for my practicum. Red Deer Polytechnic is here to make a difference, to nurture, to enrich, and to grow. Their innovative campus and diverse programming, along with local and global connections and perspectives, will help transform the future of their students and the community. With more than 100 industry relevant programs, including apprenticeships, certificates, diplomas, degrees, and micro credentials, the practical learning approach is designed with the students' futures in mind. Our mission, because of Red Deer Polytechnic, economic and social development in Alberta is advanced while demonstrating good stewardship. Our vision is to become a respectful polytechnic unbound by tradition. We are bold, we are resilient, we are more than applied. We will lead the transformation of post secondary education by becoming more innovative, entrepreneurial, and sustainable with people at our core. Red Deer Polytechnic must be the best choice for our learners, our clients, our employees, and our communities, resulting in growth and readiness for the future. I was lucky enough to work with the HR and recruiting department at different events such as open houses and manning different info booths at volleyball tournaments. I oversaw engagement basically. I was an ambassador of RDP and acted as such. Once all was set up for the events, the pamphlets, the candy, the QR codes, and posters, I was able to take a sit back and wait for people to approach me as I was not comfortable yet cold approaching someone. I explained our programs as well as explained my personal reasons for coming to RDP, whether it be the class sizes, how accessible the instructors are, and focused on our success, or the closeness to home and lowered costs of living to attend classes here. The open house was much more significant to me because I was able to interact with many more people and was able to interact with more of the faculty here at RDP. That was the highlight of the experience for me. I love meeting and engaging with new people. Networking is for me and my personality. I didn't particularly have any achievements to showcase, but I was able to make a large contribution of my time as well as I feel I made an impact in one specific individual's life. The biggest highlight was when I was able to interact with a mature prospective student named Terrence. He is currently working as a welder, but he had reached out to me specifically because I am a current DSP student. He explained his story to me that he had sustained a debilitating injury to his right shoulder due to work, and that he wasn't sure if he was going to recover or be covered by WCB. His employer was thinking about a re-education program for him, but he was required to do the groundwork to find all the information out that he needed to potentially come back to school in RDP. I was able to give him all that information that he needed to get started on the track of thinking about his options. He continued to explain to me that he couldn't sustain his lifestyle on the WCB compensation. He has a family with young children, a mortgage, a wife. He finished with telling me how he wasn't sure if he could get surgery or if it would even help to fix his situation. I felt for the man I too was in a similar situation prior to coming back to school. I knew from talking with him that RDP was a great opportunity. If he can figure out a sustainable lifestyle, he is going to thrive at RDP. He seems driven and is mature enough to take it seriously. I like I look forward to having an interaction with him again. Whether it be at an event or somewhere in the halls, I truly want to meet Terrence again. I'm invested in this man's story and life now. Was able to exercise my communication skills, my interpersonal skills, as well as my sales and marketing skills. Not only were these skills crucial, but so was implementing my time management skills, strategic thinking skills, and my problem solving skills. My communication skills were tested as I had to convey my message to whoever I was speaking with, explaining the programs, pointing out the pros of our institution, and answering questions were my focuses on that front. I had to incorporate my active listening skills so that I could understand the students' needs and aspirations so that I was able to give them the best information possible that was relevant to their desires. My interpersonal skills were put to the test as I needed to be approachable. I needed to create a welcoming environment that made them feel comfortable to come up to me and inquire about any information or questions they might have had. It was a phenomenal experience to network either with prospective students, but also with faculty of RDP that I worked alongside with. The more experience I gain with RDP and the way they do things, the more likely they are to want to work with me again in the future, providing I make a lasting impression. To my knowledge, RDP likes to hire alumni for new and ground level positions. I had a great opportunity to exercise my empathy with several applicants also. I did my best to make a pitch about RDP that was appealing and authentic. With my lack of experience, I think I did a great job, and those I worked with complimented me on my efforts. I was able to highlight, as I previously stated, the reasons why I think RDP is a great opportunity and choice for anyone in or around the Red Deer area. Whether it be small class sizes, accessible instructors, or being close to home, the diversity of RDP is where it's at. There were also a few instances where I was able to share my personal experiences with RDP to prospective students, and I feel I made an impact on how a few of them without a doubt. As for my time management, I was able to juggle multiple conversations at a time as well. My strategic thinking was put to the test as well through my understanding of the differences between RDP and other institutions. I was able to levy our strengths against what I personally see as other cons of going somewhere else to post secondary education. Lastly, I was able to handle some last minute unexpected questions and tech issues where we were able to find out the very specific information we had planned for them for a potential student. Oh, my eye is watering. The only challenge I faced with my initial placement at Premium Built Structures in Lacombe. My employer was an amazing guy. He had lots to offer in terms of mentorship or an employer, but I'm not sure he understood the full amount of what it meant taking on an HR student. It seemed to me that there were a major disconnect between myself and him from the get go. No matter how I tried to contact him or reach out to him, he seemed to not want to respond. When I reached out for help from Dr. Robert and Wendy, he would respond to you two almost immediately, but wouldn't respond to me. It seemed as though he was trying to throw me under the bus, and I was not cool with that. In order to overcome that, I reached out to you and Wendy. We worked out a plan to try and work with the employer, and he had just given up. We were able to find a solution in the form of me working with Ray and RDP slash the DSB to get me hours working in a recruitment environment. Through my experience with working with RDP, it will directly relate to my desired field of practice once I've done my studies. I desire specifically to work in human resources and recruiting. All the soft skills I worked with, as well as the tougher ones, all of which have been mentioned in the sections above, will directly translate to work experience for my career. I hope to have the opportunity again to work with the Polytechnic as a recruiter in the future to further hone my skills in a fast paced, large environment with colleagues who can support and challenge me. Lastly, I worked with many key staff at the institution during my time working there. Just a few mentioned were Ray Savage, Lisa Henderson, Dr. Stephanie Powers, Rita Lowe, Doug McDormand, Merlin Ness, Marilyn Lange, Brianna Mass, and Dr. Robert Opoku, not to forget Wendy Stafford. I enjoyed my time working alongside every one of these beautiful individuals. Ray Savage, Dr. Opoku, and Wendy were the biggest players in helping to facilitate all of my placement and execution of timing with the actual work integrated learning hours. Thank you.